Hello everyone, today we're going to be reviewing the 15th anniversary and we are going to be building the object as well. Here is the object for the figure I reviewed on my last video. You guys should check it out if you want to see me build some of it as well. And yeah, I feel like I did it in the wrong order. I feel like you should always start with the object and then go build the figure afterwards. Just because there are so many pieces when you're building the figure that those pieces are already put together, but in order for you to put them on the object you have to put them apart, and then I feel like you have a more complete experience when you're building the actual figure and putting the armor on it, because all the pieces are already taken apart, so you're kind of seeing how every piece works together and how everything fits. But yeah, so here it is, the 15th anniversary right there, as you could tell, for the Heaven chapter. And it's a pretty good looking armor. This is my second one of these figures that I have built, and I feel like I should have started with this one. The other one was the Sagittarius, the EX version, and that one was I would say levels of difficulty, that one would have been maybe hard, and this was probably like a medium difficulty. But overall it was a really good experience and I was very pleased towards the end as well. But now we just gotta open the box and see, same format, just it's divided by different plastic sections. And then we have obviously the armor and the figure itself. We have a base that says the 15th anniversary, and then we also have the object that we have to build. Just so you guys know, on the pictures for the figure that I will be putting at the end, that stand is actually mine. That one does not come with the actual figure. So the flat part of the stand, the box comes with this flat slab of pretty much plastic, and it says the 15th anniversary, as you guys saw, but it doesn't come with a stand, which doesn't really make sense to me, because most of these figures, if you want to, or put them in an articulated position, you're gonna need a stand no matter what. Like they have odd proportions because they're wearing heavy material, so they're not gonna be standing up forever if you don't put a stand on them. But yeah, the peg that I used for my stands worked perfectly for that one, so the figure ended up looking perfect towards the end. But yes, as you could tell, everything's very shiny. I almost didn't seem the need to wear gloves. It wasn't as oily as I've seen them to be before, so I removed my gloves eventually as well. But like I said, it was a very good experience. Here's the base, pretty much about the same size as the figure. What you see is what you get. That top square right there, you could also remove it, and that's where you could find the hole from where the object is going to peg into. So all these pieces actually go in the object on the horse, and then that's pretty much it afterwards. I think it took me about 30 minutes or so to build a horse, just because I had a couple complications at one point. But with these types of figures, everything usually pegs in perfectly, and if there's something wrong, then you just kind of have to reevaluate what you're doing and just look at the instructions a little bit further, and you'll always find that there's something you did wrong, or maybe you're angling things in the wrong way. But yeah, so this is what the instructions look like. It looks pretty overwhelming, but they're really very simple to follow, and that's the one for the horse. So you pretty much have to take apart the legs, and once you take apart the legs, you have to add armor onto them, and then you have to put them back on the horse also. So the horse can be split into so many parts, like the head comes off, the chest comes off, and then the back side of the horse as well comes off, and the actual chest plate armor goes essentially on the torso of the horse. The man, the gauntlets obviously they go as well, right there on the close to the hooves of the horse. And as you can see here, all of these pieces move, and those pieces are attached eventually on the figure. Those that have blue are the shoulder pads that he wears, and that little belt, that's the horse's necklace. That one is the one that goes around Tenma's waist, or Pegasus' waist. But yeah, so yeah, very satisfying to put this figure together. I always like messing with it because the articulation is very interesting. You could shape this figure in so many different ways, but you know, things get complicated once you start adding armor to it. And then when you finally want to stand it up, you need a stand in order to do anything. But you'll see. I will show you the types of things you could do with these types of figures. Chest plate goes in pretty nicely. And I will be kind of jumping through the timeline so that, you know, we're not here all day watching me do every single part. But this is how you do the legs. It just slides like that. I usually like to push them up so that they become stable, because sometimes some parts just seem to slide off or just kind of not feel like they're snug, and this way, you know, it feels a little bit more sturdy. So the thigh protector goes first, then the shins, and then the knees. I really like the protectors for the knees. They make the figure look pretty cool. But yeah, it has really good articulation, and those peg in just like that. They have like this little keyhole structure in them, and they connect to the holes on the knees, and you just slide them in with force, but not too much. You'll know. But yeah, this is the position I went with. I wanted to have him do that power up he does. I really like all the details on the legs, especially around the feet. I like those. It kind of looks like Paulo's wings or something on the feet. It looks really nice. And yeah, very shiny. I really like displaying him with the wings as well, and I figured one wing would go up as well at the same time. But yeah, I hope you like this review. Please leave a like and subscribe.